What is going on with Chavez? Another player prop talk live stream here on the channel. Today is Friday, August 16th, 2024. As always, I hope this finds you doing well and in good spirits. Hope you're doing better than my PrizePicks desktop app is doing. Still giving me issues, not allowing me to log in. Been watching this thing just buffer for the last 3 minutes after logging out and then trying to log back in. So we'll see how it goes today, but we may just have to build out a PrizePicks slip on the mobile app and then just share the link in the chat because PrizePicks is just not helping out today. So yesterday we built out a few slips. We can recap those. Ate some nasty chalk super early in the slate, but had a decent day on Dabble. So we'll build out some slips. We'll go over some player props. We got a few things that we use to help us do so. If you're new to the stream or new to the channel, welcome in. Hit the like button on your way in. Let's get this going. As always, hashtag blessed starts us off. Tons of people die every night in their sleep. If you're watching this, hearing this, you did not, so you're blessed because you woke up. Not too many things better than waking up unless you wake up and decide to play on BETR. Sign up on BETR, use that QR code to get a deposit match, first time deposit match up to $250. I thought they had a Paul Skeens promo today, and I don't see it on the board. It was advertised earlier this morning as a promo. But it's not on the board, so I don't know if he is not pitching today, if he got scratched, but usually BETR will have at least one promo per week. They have not had one this entire week, so not sure what's going on with promos over on BETR, but good payouts on BETR. You should always be looking for different pick'em sites to play on, create some leverage in the market, find the best value. We'll be using OddsJam to help us find value, 30% off your first month. Use that promo code right there on the screen. We'll also be using props.cash to help us dig into player props. So if you got a player prop you want to learn about, or if you like, throw that in the chat, and then we'll head on over to props.cash and use the resources there to dig into it. And that's how we'll get things going. We'll head on over to PrizePicks. I'll show you what's been going on for like the last 5 minutes after exiting out of PrizePicks and then going back into PrizePicks after logging out and then logging back in. This is what's been going on for the past 5 minutes or so. So the mobile app is just fine. I say that, so hopefully I didn't jinx myself. The desktop app is terrible. I'm not sure what's going on. And this is all after the maintenance was done. So ever since the maintenance was done on Monday, it's just been trash. PrizePicks has just been trash. So we'll head on over to the OddsJam optimizer and start looking at some value today on the board. I did a quick little workout before the stream and I haven't stopped sweating. So feels weird to be sweating on the stream. PrizePicks, Underdog, Dabble, BETR. 4 pick'em sites we'll look at today. I would love to build out a slip for each one of them. No promises. It's all but just based on value. Yesterday, our Dabble slip hit. We built a 3-pick out on Dabble. That hit for us. Put that link in the chat. We took the over walks for, I think it was Mitchell Parker. Then we took the under on earn runs for Cody Bradford. And then we took the under hits allowed for Logan Webb. And we hit 6X. So little profit there. If you put 5 on that, that's a $30 winning. If you put 10, that's a 60. If you put 100, that's $600. Whatever you play. Good for you. Our underdog slip got crushed right off the bat because our boy Quintana got pulled after 4 innings. Out of all the player props we could pick for him, pitching outs was the one we went with, and he got yanked after just getting shellacked by the A's. And then our boy, Flaherty starts off by giving three first inning earned runs, gives up 3 earned runs in the first inning, bounces back nicely, ends the game with 7 strikeouts, but only went 5 innings, didn't qualify for any bonuses, and the Dodgers actually lost that game. Should have taken the under on him and the over on Zach Wheeler. Got those mixed up. Pitcher fantasy scores remain a mystery. So let's see what we got going on today. Over on PrizePicks, we got some new value on the board to take a look at. Quite a few plays on the board. Looks like we will be able to build out a nice slip on PrizePicks. A lot of value on the board. Are they undergoing maintenance again? Because we're getting minus 250 odds on these strikeout props, and I feel like those are just not right. Devers at 0.5 strikeouts. It's a goblin. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. I'm trying not to get frustrated with PrizePicks just because it doesn't really help anything, but I'm just like kind of over PrizePicks right now. If you play on PrizePicks predominantly, God bless, but I don't. So I'm just gonna move on to underdog and see what we got going on here. See if we can get some real value here, because PrizePicks continues to just not come through, and I'm just going to exit out of my PrizePicks. We're not going to look at PrizePicks on the desktop app. If anything, we'll try to build out a slip on the mobile app, and I'll share that in the stream. But it's been doing this all week. All right, underdog, decent value on the board. A few esports plays, a lot of esports plays with multiple data points. That's what we look for. Matt Waldron under fantasy points in Colorado. He doesn't really get blown up a lot. I mean, he doesn't give up a ton of earned runs per game. I know this game is in Colorado, but I think he faced them before and he did all right. We'll have to take a look at that one. Few PGA props. There is a fantasy score for Jackson Merrill. Garrett Cole under 38.5. That one might be worth looking at. There's our boy Simeon Woods Richardson. I will not be playing him ever. Matt Waldron under 3 earned runs. He's also not that big of a strikeout guy, so I guess going under on his fantasy score does make sense. But we can dig into that in a few minutes. Check out BETR. What's going on, JR? What's up, Jay Marsh? Dabble did all right. Underdog did not do well after Flaherty got rocked. He bounced back. He just didn't do enough to make up for the 3 earned runs he allowed in the first inning. And did we make a slip on PrizePicks? Yesterday was kind of a blur. We did, right? It was a last minute slip, I think. No, we did not. We actually did not make a pick on PrizePicks. We only made one on BETR, Dabble, and Underdog. Our BETR slip. Yeah, Quintana. We took the over on pitching outs. This guy gets pulled after 4 innings, so he doesn't touch it. And then our boy Mitch Spence, he only pitches 2.5 innings. Like, a lot of pitchers just got pulled super early, man. There's a lot of runs scored in that game, so really didn't see fireworks popping off in that game. But both of those pitching outs prop were in good spots to hit. Parker goes over walk. We played him everywhere. Jacob Young goes over his hits prop, and then we took the under on Ozuna total bases, and that hit. So 3 out of 5 hit. If we just would have had one of those pitchers go over their prop, we would have been all right. We would have cashed, but gotta make up for it today. Appreciate y'all being here. All right, here's better fantasy. Here's what we got. We got Xander Schauffele under 67.5 strokes. A lot of these PGA props only have one data point. So, I mean, if you want to roll some of these, you can. I did build out a 3-pick on BETR already and put that in the Discord, but those plays are no longer on the board. They were all PGA props, over strokes, under strokes, and then over birdies. I think none of those are on the board anymore. So, and they had some decent spots. They had some decent data points. So moving forward, we got Jackson Holiday under his hits, runs, and RBIs. Cedric Mullins under hits, runs, and RBIs. This is the third Baltimore Oriole that we have in a row going under hits, runs, and RBIs. Who is pitching for the Boston Red Sox? Fucking Pedro Martinez. Why are so many of these Baltimore bats projected to go under? They don't even have a pitcher. They don't even have a pitcher on the board. Does anybody know who's pitching for Boston today? I'm going to pull up DraftKings real quick to see. Cooper Criswell, 4-4 on the year with a 4.02 ERA. It doesn't sound like he's an ace, so I'm just curious as to why so many Baltimore bats are projected to go under. If you have an insight on that, let me know in the chat. We're going to move on. Heaney under earned runs versus the Twins. You got Adolis Garcia over his hit, runs, and RBIs. Yoshida under. We have a MMA or UFC prop here. Tom Nolan versus Alex Reyes over his 22.5 significant strikes. Damn, 3 books have this going, or 3 books have this set to 28.5. So you are getting a really, really big drop off. All right. And then last place we'll check is Dabble. We'll check out Dabble and see what we got. Dabble worked out for us. Those 3 picks are good. We played a 3-pick on Dabble and Underdog, mainly due to lack of plays that I like, but the 6X for 3 picks is really, really nice. They're the only 2 pick'em sites that I know of that offer you 6X, while the other ones only offer you 5X on a 3-pick. So you're getting a better payout. You should be taking advantage of that. Springer under bases, Uncle Wale under rebounds. The one gripe I have about Dabble is they do just have a lot of these flat numbers, which is really hard to play these because the push potential is there. You have Dewana Bonner over her points. Gavin Williams under 2.5 earned runs. Man, Milwaukee is, man, they're heating up. Those bats are, they put it on Flaherty real quick yesterday. That top 4 in that lineup, no joke. Christian Yelich is out for the year, having season-ending surgery today. But they got enough power. They got enough bats in that lineup without Yelich in there to do damage. So I don't know about that one. So this is a 3rd Blue Jay, I think, going under his prop. Ernie Clements. You got Patrick Corbin going under 2 walks. Alicia Gray. I kind of want to attack some of these WNBA plays because we're getting some nice 0.5 numbers on these. It's easier to go over under on those. There's Bonner again under rebounds. There's Alicia Gray under 21.5 PRA. Sean Manaea over 5 hits against the Marlins. Alyssa Thomas, our wagon. Satu Sabali is back today. I think it's like her first game since the injury. All right. This is what we got going on Dabble. So I tell you what, let's start on PrizePicks. Let's attempt to build out a slip on PrizePicks. Let's get that shit out the way, so I don't have to talk shit about PrizePicks. Let's just get it done, get it out the way. Let's rip the Band-Aid off, and then we'll just move forward. As always, put your questions in the chat. If you have a player prop question, throw it in there. Let's do it. All right, we got Spencer Schwellenbach. That's a new addition to the group. Going under versus the Angels. Fang under 34.5. Luis Arias under 8.5. We need 2 data points on these esports plays. Corbin Burns under. This one I don't mind. I'll tell you why. Because Corbin Burns is not the Corbin Burns, the Milwaukee Corbin Burns. Doesn't matter which ballpark this is being played in. Baltimore and Boston are both hitter-friendly ballparks, so it doesn't matter. And I don't believe he's that big of a strikeout guy. Like, his prop is set at 6.5. He's projected by the odds to go way under this. He hasn't gotten you 7 all that many times in his last 10 games. He's 0 for 3 against Boston, including two games this season. When we look at his fantasy score, if he grabs you 6 strikeouts and he goes ahead and gets you, I don't know, he goes ahead and gets you minus 200 to go under. Let's say he gets you 18. Let's say he gets you 18 pitching out. So that's 18 plus 18 is 36. Minus 2 earned runs, that's 30. Plus the quality start bonus, that's 34. Yes, those numbers alone go over his 33.5, but that's with a massive 18 inning or 18 outs pitch. He could go 15, he can go 16. If he went 17 pitching outs and he struck out 6, got the quality start bonus. Actually, he wouldn't qualify for the quality start bonus. Yeah, so it all depends on his innings pitch, because I don't think he goes out there and strikes out 7, 8 batters. I just don't think he does that today. He hasn't done it against Boston yet. He has yet to do it in back-to-back games in his last 10. Going back to his last 15, he has yet to do it. So going under on him, I do agree with that one. And we might just start our slip with that one. Corbin Burns going under his pitcher fantasy score today. And then we're just dipping into the gold here. We got the Urban over 17 first 2 map headshots. 2 data points, like the 2 data points have this at a higher line, so you're getting it at a much lower line on PrizePicks today. Over 3 strikeouts for Kyle Hendricks. That one feels dirty. I'm not touching Juan Soto. That dude is red hot. But if you wanted to play the under on his fantasy score, go ahead. This one looks okay. 30.5, 28.5, minus 129 over on parlay play. So you can see that this one is just the higher number out of all those lines. So you look to take the under on that one. Sean Manaea under pitcher fantasy score. He got rocked in his last game. I don't know who he pitched against, but he got shelled. I don't even think he made it out of the 5th inning. Was my screen not on the whole time? My bad, guys. I thought I was sharing my screen. Yeah, so Corbin Burns, Urban, Cade, but we're looking at Sean Manaea pitcher fantasy score. You got 3 books that like the under on this one. So I wanted to just pull up his info over on props.cash. So, I mean, he's had some monster strikeout games. I mean, in his last 5, he's gone over strikeouts. I mean, these two really boost that average up. I mean, he's averaging 6 strikeouts because of these 2 games. His numbers against Miami have not been great. They've been on like the decline here. His last game against Miami, he only struck out 1 batter, gave up 5 earned runs, but his last 5 games, so he didn't do too bad in that last game against Seattle. He only allowed 3 earned runs, but he only struck out 3. So yeah, that's never going to get it done. He basically got you 0 points between strikeouts. He got you 0 points with his strikeouts because the earned run just canceled that out. So he went 3 innings. He got you 9 fantasy points. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, that's not going to do it. So today's match with the Marlins does offer some potential here. They're striking out at a 23% rate to lefties. BVP, you have a few bats in here who have hit him well with very few strikeouts. Edwards, Berger, Sanchez, Otto Lopez, Christian Pache, I don't know, Emmanuel Rivera. I'm just guessing what the E stands for. It could be Ignacio Rivera. It could be Edward Rivera. I don't know. But all these guys have positive batting averages in a minimum sample size, but no strikeouts. I mean, literally 0 strikeouts, except for Rivera here. Now they strike out a ton versus lefties, but against this lefty, it is small sample size, but that means putting the ball in play, ladies and gentlemen. When you put the ball in play, good things can happen. So going under on Minaya, I'm not opposed to that. So if we throw that one in there, that gives us a total of 4 plays. And now we're getting into the Reds. Probably not going to put any demon plays into this slip. I'll save the demon plays for the Flex Friday entries. Typically what I'll do is I'll get a little riskier on those free entries. You think he gets 16 pitching out? Burns? His line is set to 18.5. What's it on PrizePicks? Here, I'll pull it up on my mobile app. He has 2 plays on PrizePicks. He has the 18.5, which is now his demon line. And then he has a 17.5, which is his goblin line. That would be messed up if he doesn't even get you 18. He needs 18 to go over goblin. He needs 19 to go over demon. It is a big difference in major leagues. Like, managers don't wait until there's an even number. They're not like, oh, let's pull this guy out at, exactly 15 or 18 innings or whatever. They're just like, okay, let's get the reliever in there, and it's like 5 1/3 inning or 6 2/3. It doesn't have to be on like an even inning, so, or like a flat number. So it's possible like Corbin Burns doesn't even get you 18 pitching outs. I'm not saying that's what happens, but if the managers feel like, we got to get him out of there, he ends the game with 5 1/3 inning, which is like 16 outs. It's just weird, It's not like they have it's not like they're trying to. It's not like when you're pumping gas and you're trying to like have it stop on like $35 even. It's just wherever it stops, it stops. So if he goes over 16.5 pitching outs, I mean, he's done that in 4 of his last 5 games. He's done that in 9 of his last 10, and then against Boston, he's done it in 2 or 3. These games, 21 innings or 21 pitching outs. That's 21 fantasy points even with just 5 strikeouts, 21 plus 15 is 36. Plus the quality start bonus, which is 40. 40 minus 2 earned runs, which is that's 34. That's the only thing that concerns me is if Corbin Burns does get you like 20 plus outs, he would have to give up at least one extra earned run to not get the over on fantasy. So I'm counting on him not going past 18 innings. That's what I'm counting on. All these books also believe that he doesn't get you past 18 innings as well. So, all right, we need one more play. We got a 5er in there. What about this Schwellenbach? Schwellenbach versus the Los Angeles Angels. The Los Angeles Angels. The City of Angels Angels. It's a little redundant, but gets the point across. All right, so Spencer Schwellenbach has not yet faced the Braves or the Angels. However, in his last 5 games, he's averaging 8 strikeouts. Again, this is very like Sean Manaea-esque, where he has these big games. Really boost that average up. He's not projected to get you 7. Let's see, he goes out there and gets you 6 strikeouts. Now, this guy is projected to get you over 18 pitching outs. So let's say he goes out there and gets you 20 pitching outs. That's 20 fantasy points. Let's say he goes out there and gets you 6 strikeouts. That's 38 fantasy points. Let's say he goes out there and gives up 3 earned runs. That's 29 fantasy points. He gets the quality start. That's 33 fantasy points. And his line is set to 37.5. So at 33 fantasy points, he would absolutely need to get the win. That would get him the over. But if he doesn't get you to win, he stays under. Also, if he doesn't pitch into the high, teens or 20 pitching outs, then this should fall under. So if we add him to this slip, it's a 4.81% chance to hit. It's not exactly a slip full of household names. I'll tell you that right now. But hopefully PrizePicks allows me to open up a tab on my web browser instead of opening it up through the desktop app. And it doesn't look like it's going to let me do it. So what I'll do is try to build it out on my phone. This is what I'm going through. I don't know if y'all have this going on your end, but this is all that's happening on my end. Every other thing worked just fine. I got accessibility mode. I can exit accessibility mode. That doesn't do anything, doesn't change anything. It still says the lineup is no longer available. And then it says enable, and it's just the vicious circle. It's the circle of death. So great. PrizePicks is knocking it out the park today. And it just took us so long to do all that I'm pretty sure that they've added more plays to PrizePicks. Welcome to the live stream. And I stopped sharing my screen. We are all over the place today. We are all over the place today. It's all PrizePicks' fault. I swear to God. Swear to God. None of this shit was happening before PrizePicks did maintenance. So, all right. Got Shane Lowry up there. Decent play. Going over on his strokes. We'll put Schwellenbach in there. A lot of PGA plays have been added. Going under on Corbin Burns. We are going to go. It was Urban over 17 headshots. And then it was Cade under 31. And then we're going to go Manaya. All right. Pull this up on my phone. It works. Man, that was super fast. Perfect. All right. Let me share this in the chat, and then we'll move on to another pick'em site that actually works. I feel like talking shit today on a Friday. I usually don't talk shit because it's just toxic and negative, but every once in a while, when something's just getting on your nerve, you just gotta like talk shit about it. So PrizePicks is my wooden boy today. And I'm just waiting on the link to populate on my notes, and there you go, and boom, there is a PrizePicks link for a 6 pick. You got Corbin Burns pitching outs at 15.5 win earlier this morning. That's a great line. Yeah, that's a great line for sure. Like, I don't want him to get 18. Like, I don't want him to get 19 or 20, but I think 16 that's a great line. He can get 16 and not go over fantasy score. So I'm happy with that. Shit. I hope that hits for both of us. Yariel Rodriguez under. Jay wants to check that one out. Yariel Rodriguez under. What's up, Pro Reactor? Saka 0.5 shots on target just dropped on PrizePicks. Is that a promo? You got Bruno Fernandez. So there's a promo on a soccer promo on PrizePicks. Bruno Fernandez, 1.5 shots. I'm not a soccer aficionado. I'm assuming that's a good line, but if you know soccer, let us know in the chat if that one is something you're playing, because if it is, then we can actually build out another slip using that one as part of our 6 pick. Just let me know. Nice. Appreciate it, T. Yeah, take the over on that 15.5. That's too. I think that's a good line. I don't like his demon and goblin. His goblin 17.5. What the hell, man? That's not even tempting. Saka. Oh, okay. So that is a promo. So they don't have them. They don't have them together. Like, usually they have all the promos. Like when you go to soccer, they're all like on the same row. So I have to actually search him. So you got to play one of the two. Okay. So he needs one to go over this. That's nice. Okay. Okay. That's nice. All right. Let's build out another slip on. Let's go underdog. Let's see what we can find on underdog. Saka. There's Corbin Burns' ass at the top. We already know that's a strong play. We don't have to look at, we don't have to dig into this one. I will say that the scoring system is different on underdog. If you're not familiar with it, they give you 5 points for the win and 5 points for the quality start. PrizePicks gives you 4 points for the quality start and 6 points for the win. they both add up to 10, but PrizePicks does give you the better value on the quality start. So if the pitcher is not in contention for the win, but they go 6 innings and they give up fewer than 3 earned runs, they actually get more points. So that helps out your cause a little bit more, which is why you'll see the fantasy lines on Underdog higher, because the scoring system is different. That's good for teams with really shitty bullpens too. Like if you exit the game with the lead and your reliever comes in and gives up a 3-run homer, you know, you don't get that win, but you still get that extra point for the quality start. All right, Jackson Chourio, man, this dude has been, I don't want to say on fire, because I do believe he's had a few dud games in his last 10. He's not on Jake Berger's level right now. I don't know too many batters who are, but Jackson Chourio has been quietly producing at the plate. So last 5 games, 6-3, 1-2-0. Okay. In his last 10 games, 3-4-10, dud, 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 2, dud, 3-6. Okay. Numbers against Gavin Williams, no numbers against Gavin Williams. Numbers against right-handed pitching, Chourio on the year, batting 274. All his power is coming against right-handed pitchers. Against righties also, Jackson Chourio is striking out at a 23% clip, which is not great. We've seen worse shit. I mean, there's worse on his team. This guy. Gavin Williams versus right-handed bats like Jackson Chourio just has not allowed a lot of power at all. Minimal plate appearances. He has yet to hit 100 plate appearances versus lefties and righties, not combined, but just each. But still, the power isn't there. He has given up some hits, just singles, few doubles here and there, but just very limited power. So this might be why Gavin Williams was projected over, I think it was strikeouts maybe, or maybe he was under his hits. I don't know. But Chourio has been on fire. 2 books like the over on this one. DraftKings, BetMGM convincingly like the over. It is possible for him to get the over, hits, runs, RBIs, not hit a home run. You know, he doesn't have to hit a home run. Take a look at his number over on Underdog. So we have DraftKings and BetMGM that like it at -130. You also have Bet Online and Bovada that like it at 135 on flip, 149 on parlay play. So I like that one. On the flip side, we can check out what Gavin Williams is actually doing in terms of strikeouts, pitching outs, and all that good stuff. He's had a hell of a good run here. Last 5 games, 3 of those games, he's gotten you 8 or more, giving you 7 strikeouts in those games. On the average, he's lasting till about the 6th inning and no more. And earned runs. Aside from the game against Baltimore, he has kept it pretty quiet. So 3 or less in the last, you know, in 4 of those last 5 games. I still don't mind taking the over on Chourio today. So this is what Milwaukee has been doing. Last 15 games, weighted RC, which is really good in terms of their ranking, top 5 weighted RC. They've been raking. They've been producing. So Gavin Williams does have, I think he has a tougher matchup than what we're seeing on paper. So yeah, I like that Chourio. Let's start off either a 3-pick or a 6-pick with him. So that'll be our first play on the board. This next esports play, over 30.5 first 2 map kills for Doc. This one looks good. It's grading out well, but it's also giving us 3 data points, all over 32 or at 32. So nice discrepancy there. Next, we have this one. Cannot play this one because it is in the same game. Underdog will reduce your payout if you attempt to stack a game, which is just dumb. Matt Waldron under 25 pitcher fantasy score. Let's see what else we got. Steve Kwan over 7. Ogwumike under 30.5 PRA. We got 4 books. We got FanDuel, you got HOTSTREAK, Parlay Play, and PrizePicks, giving you this at a much lower line. Well, I shouldn't say much lower line, just by 1. Is this worth taking the under on? Ogwumike under 30.5 PRA. It is getting good juice, and it's grading out well in terms of percentage to hit. Aaliyah Copper under 29.5. Kyle Schwarber over 8.5. Garrett Cole under. Talking about pitchers who aren't what they used to be. We talked about that with Corbin Burns, but Garrett Cole was at one point probably the most dominant pitcher in MLB. I mean, the year with the Astros was fantastic. His time in Pittsburgh was fantastic. Not as good as his time with the Astros. I mean, when they built that rotation in Houston, was it Cole and Verlander? And I don't know, man. He used to be that guy, which is why he ended up in New York, because New York threw a Brinks truck at his ass and he signed. So, but he's been injured. He's not been the same dude, but he did give you 10 strikeouts against Texas. In his last 10, you can see he started off very slow right here, picked it up, and then went through a little slump, and then boom. Earned runs also, you know, we talk about strikeouts are great, but if you strike out 10 batters and give up 6 earned runs, if you strike out 8 batters and give up 6 earned runs, I mean, it's irrelevant at that point. They just cancel each other out. So in terms of fantasy score, if you wanted to take the over on strikeouts, maybe you see some upside here against the Detroit Tigers, who are whipping at a 24% rate. But in terms of earned runs, you know, if Garrett Cole goes out there and strikes out 7 batters, if Garrett Cole goes out there and gives you 6 innings, that's 21 plus 18, that's 39, which is a very common number we land on, 39. Gives us 2 earned runs, that's 33. And what else? Quality starts, 37. What's his line set to? 38.5. So he's at 37 without the win. So I don't know about that one. Now I'm looking at this like I feel very similarly to this one, the way I felt Jack Flaherty, but I'm not gonna fuck with this one, man. Like, I was really all over Jack Flaherty yesterday. I couldn't see him giving up 3 earned runs. I didn't see that happen, and it happened in the first inning. I'm not saying it happens with Garrett Cole, but I'm done trying to play Nostradamus over here. So if you want to play the under on Garrett Cole, God bless. Simeon Wood Richardson, just out of spite, I want to take the under on his ass. Just this guy. But it is actually projected to go under 24.5 fantasy points. His matchup with the Rangers today. Is not a great one on paper, but let's see what it looks like when we dig into the game logs here. 7.6257, averaging 5.4 in his last 5 games, averaging 5 in his last 10, so roughly 5 strikeouts. He's going about 5 innings in these games. Like, on the average, he has the 7-inning upside, but on the average, 5 innings. So he goes out there and gets you 5 innings today, 15 outs. He goes out there and strikes out 5 batters. That's 30. it's going to come down to his earned runs. I think we talk about this all the time, right? He's at 30 points. If he gives up 3 earned runs, he's at 21. He won't qualify for the quality start because he only went 5 innings. So he'll be in that 21, 22 point range. He would literally have to strike out 6+ batters to go over this line. Now, if he goes and he doesn't give up 3 earned runs, gives up 2, he has a shot at going over this. But you're asking for a lot of ifs to happen, you know? No history versus the Rangers, but against right-handed pitching, Jonas Smith, Seager, Rake, Young. A lot of these other dudes don't really hit very well versus right-handed pitching. Rory McIlroy. That name is so hard to say. Rory McIlroy over 4.5 birdies is in play as well. You could just straight up play the under on FanDuel at 5.5. Who do y'all think? Price on underdog. Yeah, Copper went over her points. I think her points were set to 23. She had 27. I'm gonna start building this out. I got 2 picks that I like here. Chourio over, and then this Doc play. Let's go Chourio over. Oh, they did not do that. So they nerfed his play on underdog. It is now only an 0.88% chance to hit. We could go over on his fantasy score. We can go over on fantasy score or just find a completely different play. Shane Lowry under his strokes at 69, and then Urban under. They moved Doc off the board too. I think they did. Yep. So that slip wouldn't have been able to play. They took all the plays off the board. All right. Urban under 31. Jackson Merrill over 9 hitter fantasy score. This game is in Coors Field today. Matt Waldron, last time he played this team, he struck out 7 batters. Well, last time he played him in Coors Field, he struck out 5. He also went 6 innings and he allowed just 1 earned run. He kind of put it on them. From one Jackson to another, from Jackson Cheerio to Jackson Merrill. 4 plate appearances against oh shit, Merrill plays for San Diego. I'm looking at the wrong picture. Jackson versus Quantrell. That's a much better matchup because Quantrell does offer some earned run upside. These are his numbers against San Diego, but just overall he does offer some earned run upside, and typically his strikeouts are a little lower. Like, he's not getting you past 6 on a lot of these games. Rarely gets you 6+ innings or 6+ innings. His line is set to 14.5, so 1, 2, 3, 4 games where he got you 6, but the rest of these is 5 innings, 5 1/3, and then under. So you're kind of counting on Quantrill just to get ripped up today. He just hasn't gotten it. He just hasn't gotten hit up very often versus the Padres. So in order for Jackson Merrill to go over fantasy score, he'd have to do a little bit more than the RBI double, because that's just going to get you 8, and we got him at a line of 9. I don't know about that one. Seems a little inflated to me. That's a little inflated. So that Garrett Cole play, I think it was a little higher. It's getting pushed down. So it's possible that line gets bumped. People are taking people just probably aren't playing it. They're going to have to change it at some point. It's not bringing in any juice. Quantrill over 6 hits allowed. So he needs to give up 7 hits today. Altuve over 7 strikeout. Oh, over here 7 hitter fantasy score versus Garrett Crochet. I'm gonna throw Corbin Burns in this one, and I'm just gonna double down on this play like we did with like we did with Mitchell Parker walks yesterday. We played him across all pick'em sites and it hit for us. That's a 3 pick on Underdog. I'm going to go ahead and share that link in the chat. Sometimes you just try to like guess and overthink things. It's like Corbin Burns is in a good spot to go under. He has a lot of support. It's grading out well. You know, just play it. You don't have to play it. You can just pick and choose what you want. But for the sake of just not spending 30 minutes looking at the screen, we'll go ahead and submit that. And then let's see if we can build out something on let's see if we can build out something on Dabble or BETR. Oh, I hate when it does this shit. Like it only copies the photo of the lineup. I need the link, so we're going through it today. Appreciate y'all being here. Trying to build out some slips. I'm tech challenged. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, guys, it's just not letting me save the damn link. So I could try one more thing. And then we just got to really move on because I don't want to sit here and just have dead air. Let's see if this works. Just no link. I don't know what to tell you all. I really don't, but yeah, I can't save a link for Underdog. So Shane Lowry under 69.5 strokes, Urban O lower than 31.5, map 1 2 kills, and Burns under fantasy. That's our 3 pick. I have no idea what's going on. PrizePicks not working, Underdog not generating any links for us. That's a little annoying. All right, this is what we got going on BETR. So popping up on BETR. What's going on, Seaver? I took Skeens over fantasy points today. I haven't even looked at his fantasy points. Who's the matchup against? All right, so there's Corbin Burns, but his hit going under. We got Jackson Churio over. We got Jackson Holiday under. That might just be a fun slip to build out with just the two Jacksons. Where's Jackson Merrill? We just make it. Can we make a Jackson 5 slip tonight? Are there the 5 players in the MLB whose first name or last name is Jackson that is playing today? Can we make a Jackson 5 lineup today? That would be fantastic. A Jackson 5 pick. That would be fantastic. I don't think we have enough Jacksons on the board. I'd be willing to go to the Canadian Football League or wherever we can find a Jackson. Wherever there are Jacksons, I want to play them now. At some point, that might be possible. Once we get all the sports together during the busiest time of the year, we might have enough Jacksons on the schedule to build out a Jackson 5. That is now a priority, but I don't think we have enough Jacksons today. So let's see what we can find. Jackson or no Jackson. We'll see the best value we can find, and we'll build out a slip on better. 3 pick or 5 pick. 3 picks only give you a 5x, but the 5 pick does give you a 10x and nice little payout for a 4 out of 5 as well. So there's a Michael Bush. We got a Michael Jackson. Can we get a Tito, Jermaine? Who else was it? Like after Tito and Jermaine, Marlon was a Marlon, right? Marlon, Michael, Tito, Jermaine. Who was the 5th Jackson? Bryce. Who was that guy? Who was the 5th one? Churio over, Holiday under. Bohm under, or excuse me, Bohm over basis. A lot of these, man, not just on under our prize picks, but we were seeing a lot of Orioles just under today. And against this pitcher for the Red Sox, Cooper Criswell, I think his name is. Don't know much about him. Corbin Burns over walks. Skeens under walks. They're swelling box. So we took the under Schwellenbach fantasy score on PrizePicks, and now we're getting his strikeout prop better. So those two correlate. We can definitely go there. Under 6.5 strikeouts. We can't pick David Hamilton in the same slip. It won't let us do those, but that's in a good spot. 0.5 hits. If you didn't want to play, oh, actually, no, we didn't go Corbin Burns. I'm sorry. Yeah, we could put Hamilton in there. If we float back to the top, we have a lot of PGA props here, none of which I really am crazy about. So let's start building out this slip on better. I hope I can share the link in the chat with you all. There's Skeens. Okay, so Skeens. Oh, so what they did was they promoted him over 0.5 strikeouts, and then they removed that post, and then they changed it to less than 99.5 earned runs. So even if he has the shittiest game in his entire life, I seriously doubt that he gives up 100 runs today. So you definitely take the under on that one. So let's do that. Let's take the under on Skeens for sure. And then also you have, man, so BETR is providing the promos today. It just took them a little while. So think about signing up on BETR. Use my QR code. Get your deposit match up to 250. You put 250 in there, they're going to give you 250 in BETR bucks. Play through your BETR bucks. Try to convert that shit into real cash, and then you have all that to play with, or just withdraw it at that point. But anyway, you got Corey Seager, 0.5 total base promo. You have Mookie Betts, 0.5 total base promo. You have Jose Soriano, 4.5 pitching strikeout promo. And then we have the Paul Skeens under ER. So I believe they give you a $5 limit on each one, or you can play the full 20 on whichever prop you want. But once you reach $20 max, you can't play any more promos. So I don't know if all these are great promos. They're promos for a reason, but the Paul Skeens one is probably your best chance to hit. So we'll go under on Paul Skeens. And then let's take the over Churio. Somebody in the chat, I don't know who it was, maybe it was Jesus, he asked about William Contreras going over his runs and RBIs. He hit a home run against Polarity. So I hope he played that. It looked okay when we looked it up. It didn't like pop off the page like you gotta play it, but it was a decent play, you know. The numbers were okay. But he hits a home run, so forget the numbers. Forget what the numbers say. I'm just gonna go out there and hit a home run and be done with that. So let's go David Hamilton over 0.5 hits. Then we're gonna go under on Jackson Holiday. Hopefully this dude strikes out 3 times today and doesn't get anything going. And who else did we have? That's a 5 pick right there. Man, we can run a 6 pick with the if we put the Swellenbach under 6.5 strikeouts. The only thing that keeps me from playing more 6 pick slips on BETR is just payout, in case the payout for only getting 5 out of 6 is not the best. It really isn't. At that point, I would rather just play a 7 pick on BETR. So with the 6 pick, if you go, this entry amount would exceed the, what is that? Hold on. Oh, so yeah, okay, $5. So it will not let you put more than $5 on the Paul Skeens play. So if we put a 6 pick in there and we flexed it, then if we hit, it's a 20x, which is still not as good as PrizePicks and Underdog. Then for a 5 out of 6, it's only a 1.25 payout. It's not the best. The downside to a 7 pick slip is that you got to get 7 right. So it's harder, but the payout is a little better. So F it, man. Let's go with this. Let's go with this Alec Bohm over total bases today. And that'll be a 7 pick over on BETR. Damn, they took it off the board. Scratch that. Adolis Garcia. Let's refresh this real quick. Let's just see if anything changed. Churio is at the top, bro. See, it says Alec Boehm right there, and it's not showing up on BETR. Son of a bitch. Patrick Corbin under 15.5 pitching outs. I don't know about that one, man. He has to go 6 innings to go over that. A lot of Orioles going under. Damn. You know what? Since we can't go Bohm pitching outs, let's do Patrick Corbin over 6.5 hits allowed. No, it's a lot of hits, but you have a lot of books that like the over on this one. All right, so with a 7 pick, it goes to a 30x. 6 out of 7 gets us a 2x, which I'm fine with. And then 5 out of 7 gets us a 1.25. So we're doing it. 7 pick over on BETR. We're going to use the Paul Skeens. We're going to use the Paul Skeens promo today at under 99.5 earned runs allowed, which again, he can have the shittiest game in Major League Baseball history, and I don't think he comes close to going over that. So that is probably going to be the best promo you see all month. That's way better than the strikeout promo. All right, so there's the slip in the chat for you if you want to tell that. That's a 7 pick over on BETR. That is 2 slips we built out, 3 slips we built out, right? PrizePicks. The underdog slip is not in chat for some reason. I just am not able to save the link. It's only saving the picture of the lineup, which I don't know what good that does anybody. But let's see if I can do it one more time. One more time. And I'll tell you what, we'll see if we can build out something on Dabble. And if we don't have enough value on Dabble, then we may just go back to PrizePicks and try to use that soccer play. The soccer play. And see if we can build out something profitable over there. Yeah, not able to save. I can't generate a link on Underdog, so. All right, let's see what we got. Dabble, here we come. Dabble did us okay yesterday. Got us a 6x on our 3 pick. First time building out a slip on Dabble, and it worked. Okie doke. So taking the under on Schwellenbach fantasy, then taking the under on the strikeout prop. Then you have the earn run prop here versus the Angels. I don't like this one because he can just land on 2. So I'm going to skip that one. Marina Mabry under her rebound prop today. Getting a little juice, not a ton. Michael Lorenzen over 5 hits. Dewana Bonner over 16.5 points. That one's okay. Alicia Gray under 14.5 points. That one's okay. On Dabble, I look for, there's Patrick Corbin again. We can double down on Patrick Corbin hits today versus the Phillies. You're getting a lot of love on this one. But again, I'm looking for props that offer the 0.5 versus the flat number. Bonner under her rebounds. Alicia Gray under PRA. Thomas over. Man, I wish we had at least one other data point on Thomas just to give us a little bit more support. Somebody asked about Yariel Rodriguez today. Somebody asked about him in the chat. Under 4.5 strikeouts today versus the Cubs. I don't know much about him. 4.5 feels like a trap, but let's just take a look at let's take a look at what he's done in his last 5 and 10 games. So over his last 5 games, he's gone over this in 3. In his last 10, he's gone over in 5. When he does go over, he's getting you 5 or more. Today, he's only projected to go for 4 strikeouts. He's also projected to not give up a ton of runs. He's also projected to, well, it doesn't have a line on the pitching outs. Or he does, but there's no juice on it. There's no action. Yeah, this one feels gross, to be honest with you, because we just don't have a lot of information. It feels gross because 4.5 strikeouts is that no man land prop. I hate 4.5. I hate the 4.5 strikeout line. I just don't like it. It's just like sitting. It's like the grayest area. Cubs striking out 23% of the time, and over the last 15, they are like worse. They're striking out a lot more over the last 15 games than they have been all season. So the difference in that is crazy. I mean, honestly, if you want to take the over on his strikeouts, I don't see why not. Even though the books do have this projected to go under with 4 data points. Wait. Oh, way more than 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 data points. It's just the icky 4.5 is just icky, man. I don't like playing 4.5 strikeouts. Mania over 5 hits. Edwards, Weston Wilson. That ain't no real name. Weston Wilson. Oh, man. Miles Mikolas needs 4 strikeouts to go over this versus the Dodgers. Ugh. I think to build out a 3-pick here, our best bet would be to get some of these WNBA plays in. So let's do that. Let's refresh and let's just make sure that everything is up to speed. And then we'll just build out a 3-pick on Dabble using the best value. I think I'm going to skip this Mabry line. What do y'all think? Do y'all want to go under on Mabry's rebounds, 4.5? Is that something that looks good? In the meantime, let's go over on Bonner. We're going over on Bonner's points. She plays for the Suns. Alicia Gray under points at 14.5. I'm gonna put Patrick Corbin in this one as well. So we're playing Patrick Corbin in 2 different lineups, the same prop. We got him going over his hits in our better slip and now in our dabble slip. And then we're also double dipping on Corbin Burns in a few places, taking the under on his props. So we need one more play to round out this 3-pick. What do y'all think? I would go over Carrington today. It's her first game with the new team. Over her points. I wonder if she's on Dabble. I'm just gonna keep scrolling. A lot of single ladies in the house tonight. A lot of single props in the house today. Damn, not too many. I feel like they were more WNBA. Natasha Howard under 7 rebounds. I feel like there were way more WNBA plays earlier today. Nick Martinez over 2.5 earned runs. This one is way down there. Kelsey Mitchell over 18 points. Damn, that's a lot of points. Kelsey Mitchell over 18 points. Now we're getting like way down here. I don't really want to go that far down, to be honest. Jose Trevino. Wish we had a few more data points to look at. I gotta be honest with you, man. Even though we don't have a lot of data points on our wagon here, I like this Alyssa Thomas over PRA. I have not looked at a W. Well, we did look at a little WNBA yesterday on the stream in terms of the game logs, but it's been a while. We haven't had WNBA to really dig into. So her PRA on other books is at 30.5. She is projected for 27. We don't like that. But the projections are based off the line, like that 30 line, not the 29 line. So when we look at lines that are at 29.5, Bet Rivers has it over. Bet Online, I don't know what that is. Bovada is over. Let's bring it down to 29.5. Matchups against the Dallas Wings. Her last 4 games, she's crushed this line. In her last 5 games, she hooked it, didn't come close. And these other 3, and then her last 10. Damn, man, she's been struggling. Ugh. Same game. I was thinking of Tarasi. Matchup with Dallas has been really good up until this last game. I mean, she hit 2 out of 3. Projected for 4. Oh, her line is at 4. Her line is at 4, not 4.5. So she still needs 5 to go over. Still needs 5 to get the over for us. Oh, it's at 4.5. Fuck. Why did I think it was at 4? Damn. I'm not really seeing shit that I like. We got 3 slips built already. I was really trying to get a 4th one in there. I don't really know. Stephen Kwan under 1.5 total bases. Man, maybe. Let's look at Kwan real quick, and then we'll get out of here with a total of 4 slips built. Aaron Savale pitching for Milwaukee versus this Guardians team. We'll take a look at Stephen Kwan at total base prop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Books like the under on this one, projected to get about 1 total base. He's gone over this in 3 of his last 5, 4 of his last 10, 0 for 3 versus Milwaukee. Numbers against Savale: a double, triple, and an RBI. I know that doesn't really necessarily mean that is going to happen again, but I don't like the way that feels when the hitter is just hitting a pitcher really well, and then you're going to take the under on his prop. I don't think Dabble's happening today. There's just nothing I like, to be 100% honest with you. If you want to play something on Dabble, who do I have so far? I have Thomas going over, Corbin going over, and then Bonner going over. But after looking at Alyssa Thomas's numbers over her last 5 and 10 games, I'm a little sour on that play. Here's what's on the board. As you can see, there's just not a lot of value on Dabble. And because Alyssa Thomas' numbers and her game logs are not that good, that's probably why a lot of books aren't taking action on her play. And now she is not on the optimizer. I did just see Sabali. Under 25.5 PRA. I like this one because, even though I like her as a player, I like this one for the under because this is her first game back, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think she debuted before the break. Nope. Her last game played was last year, September 29th, 2023. That's it. Typically, when players come back from injury, even though they're cleared to play, they're not out there going full game. So her minutes may be limited. She might be rusty. And that's all I need to know. So I'm going to take a shot on that one. I'll go under on Sabali. We're going to go over on DeWanna Bonner's points. We're going to go over on Patrick Corbin's hits. And then we're going to go under on Satu Sabali PRA. I almost said hits, runs, and RBIs. And then let's see about sharing this link in the chats. There you go. Man, Underdog was really not letting Underdog not want to share today. Sharing is not caring for Underdog today. So literally Underdog was the only link that I couldn't share in the chat. Everything else was fine. Even PrizePicks was okay. Oh, Travis is raking. Travis is raking. Nice. Nice. Congrats, man. Congrats. All right. Built a Dabble slip, built a better slip, built a PrizePicks slip. You got promos on PrizePicks. You got Bruno Fernandez. You got Bruno Fernandez over 1.5 shots, and then you have Bukayo Saka over 0.5 shots on target. That's a good start to 2 different slips you can build out. You can just literally pull up the PrizePicks slip that we built, take somebody out, put one of these in. There you go. Or you can just build it from scratch, whatever floats your boat. But PrizePicks has 2 promos. Don't forget about BETR today. BETR has 4 promos. Paul Skeens under 99.5 earned runs. Mookie Betts over 0.5 bases. Corey Seager over 0.5 bases. And Jose Soriano over 3.5 strikeouts. Let's just quickly take a look real quick before we go at these promos, so that way you have an idea as to which one you are going to play. That way you don't fuck it up. It is easy to fuck up a promo because you assume that they're all hits and they're locks, but remember, a lot of these get dropped for a reason. So let's figure out why Jose Soriano was dropped to 4.5 strikeouts, not 3.5. So he was at 5.5, heavy juice to go under. We bring it down to 4.5. It looks a lot better. 50% hit rate, 80% hit rate in his last 5. Facing a team that strikes out 25% of the time versus right-handed pitching. When we look at BVP, not a huge sample size, but right-handed pitching has given the Braves trouble all season long. Last 15 games, they are top 5. They have not improved. So whether it's the last 15, last 30, all year, they're top 5 in whiff rate versus righties. So Soriano looks good. You can put $5 on that one if you want. Let's go to the Dodgers and Cardinals. Take a look at Mookie Betts over total bases. This matchup with Miles Mikolas. Now remember, Mookie Betts made his return on the 12th after about 2 months of being out. Numbers against Mikolas: 2 singles and a home run. That's all you need. You need a single from him today, and it gets it done. Since returning to the lineup, this is what Mookie Betts has done. He's accumulated 9 total bases, and he has 6 hits. So he's in midseason form. That's just how good he is. Wish he was still in Boston. BVP, Mookie Betts crushes Mikolas. 2 singles, a homer, 2 RBIs, 429 batting average with 0 strikeouts. Looks good. All right, Mookie Betts looks good. You don't really have to do too much digging into these promos. It is 0.5. Every once in a while, you do come across a promo that is just gross, where the BVP is nasty or the hitter is in a slump. That's not the case with Mookie Betts. That wasn't the case with Soriano. So we're 2 for 2 on these. And then the last one we'll take a quick look at is Corey Seager over his total base prop of 0.5. He's gone over this line in 4 of his last 5, 7 of his last 10. Head-to-head matchup with the Minnesota Twins. He's kind of dominated this team in 17 games. Numbers against Simeon Woods Richardson, there are no numbers to look at. So we'll look at his numbers versus righties. Seager is bringing in 12.5 strikeout rate to righties, which is super low. He's batting .288, 20 homers, 12 singles, 20 homers, 12 doubles, and 49 singles versus righties. So you just need 1 single from Corey Seager today. I don't think you can go wrong with Seager or Betts or Soriano, but it's up to you which one you want to play. They're all on the board. So sign up on BETR, use my QR code, double up your deposit, and take advantage of those promos. Those are pretty good ones. So you got those promos. You got your 2 promos on PrizePicks. Got a lot going on today, guys. What's up, Anthony? Mabry points or PRA? Mabry's points or PRA? I just want to look at Sabali real quick. All right, Mabry PRA minus 130 to go under, projected for 24, but you got 1, Well, I don't know what her line is set to. If it's set to 22.5, it's getting really heavy juice to go under. If you're finding it at 21, then you're getting better lines. ESPN Bet likes it -120, but there is juice to the under. Even on Bet Rivers, betonline.ag, I've never heard of that book before, but they like the over -133. Bovada likes it. No, they don't. Bovada just split. It's hard to tell. There's not a lot of positive numbers coming in on the PRA. Over the last 10 games, she's 4 of 10. Over the last 5, she's 3 of 5. And then her numbers head to head with the Dallas Wings, she's crushed. Up until that last game, the rebounds were there also. If you want to look to her points, points been on point. 6 for 6. Last 5 games, she is 4 out of 5. And then in her last 10, she's 50% hit rate. Honestly, I think her points offer a little bit more upside. It's a lower number, but I think her points are strong. Now, if you're finding her points at 12.5, probably not. But if you can find her points at 12.5, that is the best line you'll find. At 13.5, it's just a lot of even numbers, you know, or not even numbers. It's a lot of splits. 135 to each side, 137 to each side, 115 to each side. I mean, so they're just kind of telling you, you guess, you make a choice. She is projected for 15. That gets her over 14, which is what she needs. Dallas's defense, not the best, top 10 in points allowed this season. So I would think her points are in a good spot. But don't let me deter you from playing the PRA if you want to go that route. No Carrington, and there's another injury, so she's getting minutes. There you go. Both of those look fine, though. I mean, her points look great. Points look great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for today's live stream. An hour and 30 minutes in the books. We built out 4 slips today. We struggled a little bit at the beginning. PrizePicks really struggled, but mobile app PrizePicks is fine. Desktop PrizePicks is not fine. But 4 slips: PrizePicks, Underdog, BETR, and Dabble. 3 of those are in the chat. Underdog, we did not put the link in the chat because I could not generate a link. So hopefully you heard what we played and saw what we played and you tailed it or just faded it. Who knows? Maybe it doesn't hit. But hopefully they all hit and we make a little money today. Flex Friday also on PrizePicks, so we got a lot of promos and shit going on. Hit the like button on your way out. Appreciate y'all being here. Make sure you are subbed up and subbed up to the channel and that your noties are on. No streams this weekend. Be back on Monday morning, 9 a.m., 8:55 a.m. We'll start at 9 a.m., but we'll roll the music at 8:55 Monday morning with another player prop talk live stream. Hopefully we got some profitable slips to go over. Hopefully Travis's presence in the chat rubs off on us and we get a little bit of that mojo and we can get a 25x today. That'd be great. But hopefully all your player props treat you right. Respect the damn coin. Like I said, we'll be back on Monday morning with another player prop talk live stream. And until that live stream, Chavez is out.